Have you ever bought a certified pre-owned car and thought to yourself, it's basically new? Yeah, I used to certify those, and let me tell you, some of those cars should have definitely come with a warning label or a fire extinguisher. My name is Zach. I am a career automotive mechanic, and I've spent the last decade with brands like Audi as well as Mercedes-Benz. I've also worked the reconditioning side of the used car market with brands like CarMax, and so whenever it comes to talking about vehicles and what's reliable and what gets sold to customers at the end of the day, I have a pretty good idea as to what I'm talking about. Today I want to discuss why the whole phrase certified pre-owned is just a fancy marketing term and how it's essentially just a warranty with lipstick on it. Before we really get started here, I need to make one quick disclaimer. I am in no way feeling like I need to take myself out of the circle of life, if that makes sense. So in the case that Big Automotive does get upset about me making this video and exposing some of these insider kind of secrets here, not feeling that way at all. We're good. So if you don't see a video next week, Big Automotive did it, and be a scandal. Probably get more views than this video will. So there we go. Please subscribe while I'm talking about this. These videos kind of take a lot of time. So let's dive on in. Let's start off at the very basics here. Certified Pre-Owned, or CPO as I'll refer to, sounds premium, sounds fancy, sounds like the car had some sort of high-level inspection. It is the cream of the crop, the best of the best, the pick of the absolute litter. It just means that they didn't really find anything catastrophic and they offered a little bit of a warranty. Sorry to burst your bubble. But hold on, what about the checklist? Every manufacturer has a checklist. 100 points, 120 points, 174 points even sometimes. Sounds really impressive. But it's all just a bunch of bullshit. Those points are more like, does it have floor mats and does the horn work? Oh, the horn, it works! Wow, fine automobile. Put it on the front lot. I'm not against checklists, I think they're fun. They are, they're cute. But also the fact that it's the same checklist as your multi-point inspection. You know that inspection that the service advisor brings you after your car is already in the wash? When you were just getting oil change, but now you need an air filter, cabin air filter, wiper blades, tires, and who else knows what? Yeah, it's that same inspection report, just with a different title and on a fancier piece of paper. Actually, most of the time it's automated on a computer these days. So yeah, not really a checklist, more so a clicky list, if that makes sense. From there, it goes to the used car manager, who deals in cars, isn't going to be fed from a service advisor convincing them that they need these parts. Instead, it's now just a numbers game on how much can we afford to lose and spend on this car before we stop making money on it. So if a car needs a lot of stuff on it, but it's good enough to get down the road and keep the customer, in the car for 30 days, which is usually the kind of return it timeline, they just let it roll. Let me walk you through a certified pre-owned inspection. So a certified pre-owned inspection is different than a used car inspection because it is literally written up as CPO inspection, and it has a different time unit as far as how it pays the mechanic to look at it. It's generally a little bit lower because they're supposed to be newer and lower mileage vehicles. So therefore, used car department pays a little bit less to have those cars inspected. That first off means your mechanic, as unfortunate as it is probably going to be a little bit more rushed on that and not really looking that hard, right? Again, newer car, lower miles, shouldn't, keyword, have anything wrong with it, or much. From there, your job is really not to inspect that car, it's more so going to be to greenlight that car. Meaning, what does this car need to get past a state inspection? Now, a state inspection does not have the same standards as like a multi-point inspection at the dealership where they're just trying to upsell you and get you to buy stuff and create work. This is more so, what will the state, at minimum, allow to be on the road? So you don't even have to have the same tread depth across your tires. You don't have to have even the same tires on the car. All you have to do is meet a minimum tread depth threshold, which is usually, 2 or 3 30 seconds. Good. Do the lights work? Yep. Does the horn work? Again, yep. Pretty much it, and that's mostly just safety. I've seen cars with warped rotors, bent frames, flood damage, worn sway bar bushings. I've seen it all. And whenever it hits the front lot, They're okay with it because what they can do with the whole certified pre-owned tagline on there is sell you a warranty and mark it up. If right about now you're starting to think, why would I then not just buy a used car and add an extended warranty on it? Well, you're kind of right. They can't really sell you legally a dangerous car because anything with an open recall is supposed to wait for that recall to be resolved, and any vehicle that has visible frame damage is supposed to also get kicked. Now, the other part is I also don't necessarily trust dealership technicians to ID frame damage. I hate to say that, but even being in the dealer for as many years as I was, I didn't learn how to ID frame damage until I had already moved over to the collision side of the industry and took all of those ASEs for collision. That's whenever I learned, and I distinctly remember sitting there having flashbacks and thinking to myself, well, damn, that's why that car wouldn't align. Most mechanics just aren't trained that way. I mean, there's a reason why there's the auto shop and body shop. Two completely different career paths with different training and different skill sets. And they rarely cross over. A CPO is not about safety. It's about selling you peace of mind and a $2,000 markup on a used car. If you're looking to spend your money on something that'll actually provide you value and protect your car, spend it on EVO1 Industries Ceramic Spray. It goes on faster than a certified pre-owned sticker on a front dealership lot, and it'll actually protect your car. Link down below in the description. If you are still hell-bent on buying that certified pre-owned car because it just makes you feel so warm and good inside and you just can't live without it and it's going to break your absolute heart if you don't drive off the lot with it, I understand. But there are a few things you need to make sure you're doing before you make that deal happen. Get a third-party inspection. Bring your mechanic friend with you, have them look over the tires, check the brakes, and if you have a lot of friends, bring somebody who can maybe ID some bodywork. Just a little bit of coverage. Always ask for the full service history. You don't want their checklist. I told you those checklists are not worth a damn. Ask for the service history. When was the last time I had the oil changed? Oh, you did it and it's on your checklist? What about before that? If the car's local, there's a good chance it's been in that dealer before. Just a really good chance. Because most of the time, certified pre-owned programs will kick a car out if there is no service history at the dealership. But if it's a car that they did the oil changes on and maintained, generally that's like an automatic precursor to becoming a certified pre-owned. Because they call that customer and get them to buy something else so they can buy their used car and then mark it up and charge you. Look for signs of rust, as well as previous bodywork or stickers in weird spots. I've literally seen car dealerships put their badges over rust holes. Yeah, it happens. The biggest one that I've actually seen a lot of recently is if a car has been on their lot for 60 or 90 days even, and all of a sudden overnight it becomes a certified pre-owned, we finally had time to get around to it and it checked out good, run. That's not the car for you. Trust me. The very worst one that I ever saw was an AMG CLS 63. This car was in a freshwater flood in South Texas, something that happens pretty common down there with flash flooding. This car came in, was purchased really, really cheap, and they wanted to certify it. They wanted this car to pass. They let it sit in the back lot with the windows and sunroof open for about 2 weeks, so the whole thing would air out, dry out in the South Texas heat. And to my surprise, just because we were messing with it, got a few of the lights to clear. Cool. I wrote up so much on this car though, that I was purposely trying to total it. Purposely trying to get them to say, hell no, we won't go. Don't send this car. And I refused to sign off until the used car manager approved a lot of my recommendations, which was basically replace the car. So unlikely. Wasn't going to happen. I wasn't worried about having to sign off on it. I went on vacation. I come back a week later, the car's gone. And I find out one of the lower level lube techs signed off on this certified pre-owned for the CLS 63, and that car came back 6 more times over the next, 2 months maybe that I worked at that dealer while I was trying to find something else. And it was just full of gremlins. But the dealership was able to sell it as a certified pre-owned, and they were able to make their premium on that warranty, and they weren't liable for any of the repairs because they had that third-party warranty company that was covering everything for them. And that customer got screwed. I understand I'm going to get so many comments down below from people saying, well, my Toyota Camry Certified Pre-Owned is fantastic and Toyota's the best and you should only buy a Toyota because that's the way to live your life. I get it. I do. Fine. Fair enough. But I've seen enough dealerships that don't actually have integrity and aren't going to do right by their customers because at the end of the day, they can charge more for a car, make the premium off the warranty, and just charge it back to the warranty company who's honoring it no matter how many times that car comes back into their dealership. They don't care. It's all about quotas and bottom lines. As I'm kind of sitting here making this video for y'all and reflecting on that story, it's situations just like that that I found myself in throughout my career that really inspired me to create automotive content and put it out there for y'all in the first place. So if you're a fan of that and you like that style of content as well as the type of video I've been putting out lately, please do me a favor and hit that subscribe button so I know I'm on the right track. I'm thinking next week I might do a video talking about some of the darker things that I've seen dealerships cover up, and I would also love to hear your stories down below in the comment section. So let me know if we should make that video. It might get a little rowdy. As always, thank you guys so much for your time. I greatly appreciate you watching, and I'll see you on the next video.